Hello, my dear friend, and welcome to the Spiritually Engineered Podcast, where we take a deep dive into the human experience from a spiritual perspective. Come on in, and I invite you to stay. Hello, my dear friend. Today's special episode, I come to you not as a podcaster. Instead, I come as a conductor, a train conductor, in fact. Here to share with you an invitation to join the Inner Express, an online community that serves as a spiritual reservoir, a watering hole for other spiritual searchers who need greater spiritual fulfillment. So in today's episode, I want to just talk about, very briefly, I want to keep this short, sweet, simple as possible. Not like my typical long-ass episodes that I do. But for this one, this is something that I've been working on little by little. And in the spirit of this, the energy of this month in particular, I wanted to go ahead and begin and start. Keyword is start, with opening this container to the public, but in a small, starting small, step by step. And so if you're listening to this, you're actually getting the first-hand exclusive invitation to join this community, because this is the only place that I've really promoted this, or really am promoting this. I've just been going to friends and inviting people that I feel like would resonate with this, being a little selective and picky in the beginning, because I care about this container and I wanted to serve everybody while maintaining the energy of respect for each other and for ourselves. Now, a couple of things that makes this special container a watering hole. There's the community component, where we can chat and connect with each other, the members. And then there's another component, the education piece, where I'm slowly putting together courses in such a way that it's methodical, so that when you join and begin that journey, it'll be something meaningful. And what I intend for the courses and the education is to really help people build on their inner foundation. And you could say in other words, you could say as well, to help people be more of themselves, to help you be more of yourself with greater awareness and understanding. And a big component with the educational piece is also the practicality piece, how to make it all practical to implement. And that's part of why the community is there, so that you can connect with people, ask questions, share insights, inspirations, or aha moments, whatever, you name it. And we can just learn from one another, right? And that's the beautiful thing too. At the Inner Express, everybody is a teacher as much as they are a student. No one is either greater or lesser or equal. That's a very important thing. And I lump myself in there as well too. Even though I'm the conductor, it's just a special role that I'm taking on to spearhead or to manage the energy, the container. That's where my role is, right? But still, I learn, and what I'm looking forward to is learning from the members themselves and what they share. And that's the thing too with the course. That's helping to equip people with the knowledge and to give them the opportunity to experience. It's all meant to be self-guided at your own pace, because spiritually, everybody has a right to grow at their own pace. Everybody has their own rhythm, their timing. And what I learned in my experience, I can't rush that, at least within myself. Nobody else can't rush that within themselves. So it's something that you can do at your own time, nice and slow, taking it bit by bit, And really, it's in alignment with the reality when it comes to life. Here's the thing: you get out of life exactly what you put into it, no more, no less. That's the same energy, that the same spirit that's here at the school community. When you join, you're encouraged to share anything, as long as it respects the guidelines put within the community, of course. Especially like one of them being respect, very important. So it's set up in such a way that the more you put into it, the more you'll get out of it. And this goes back to what I mentioned, like there's the classroom piece, the education, the courses, and then the importance of making it practical, because that's really how the growth really happens, is applying what we're learning, working through the experiences, and also recognizing when we're learning something, we're going to have experience. At least from speaking for myself, when I'm learning about something, whether it's something new or a reminder, whatever the case may be, whatever I'm putting together, I tend to attract experiences to help me with that, to solidify that. And when I have the experiences and when I'm practicing and showing up, then that's when it shifts from just knowledge to wisdom, which is the emphasis for everybody going along this beautiful course journey. Building your wisdom, and then you have the community to share that, bringing out the teacher within you. Everybody's a teacher because everybody has had experiences. Everybody can offer something. Doesn't matter who they are. This isn't a space for judgment. It's a space of respect, reverence. So if you decide to want to board the Inner Express, then it'll fall upon you, what you want to do while you're there, right? And it's okay to just observe and just kind of be there. And I also want to emphasize that people are not required. It's not like you have to keep posting, or someone's gonna nag you about, oh, why aren't you sharing anything? No, because here at the Inner Express, we're all about live and let live. And so when it comes to like sharing, right, especially whether if it's something from you're taking the course and learning and putting together there, or maybe you're having life experiences, right? I invite others to share, not solely just for the community, not solely just for the sake of contributing, but it's also sharing for yourself, because there's a lot of benefit to that spiritually when you're sharing and giving of yourself to others in whatever shape or form that takes. There's not like a specific way how that's supposed to look. But let's say for all intents and purposes within the school community, I'm not expecting you to have to post or anything like that. Post when you feel inspired. That would be a good rule of thumb. When you feel inspired to share, share it. There's no inspiration, you don't have to share. So I really want this community to be relaxed, but also people kind of just sharing and putting things in this beautiful melting pot. So just a lot of cool things is happening there. And for me, I just really want this to be, as I mentioned, like the spiritual reservoir, because from a bigger picture perspective, I don't know where you are in this world, whatever part of the world you're listening, but here in the States, I mean, it's a lot of, even on overseas and what's going on currently, that to me tells me that there's a greater need for people to come back home within themselves. The importance of showing up in life from inside out, not outside in, to empower people so we're not weak to emotions, which is a lot of emotions out there. So I'm getting a bit of like the bigger picture of why is Alvin doing this? Why do this? Because we do need community. That's definitely a need each of us have. I have that need. And then with the education piece, I just want to empower people so that they can show up better in their lives. So people don't get bent out of shape, so people can just really be more successful on their own terms. You can be successful on your own terms. Helping people to really be of service in a way that's truly sustainable. And it's just one of many movements out there to just really affect and make a lasting greater impact, lasting change. I'm just this is just my part, me doing my part. And in some sense too, especially because since I decided to just post on the podcast, as far as like the first area where I'm like publicly making this available, and this is a way of my saying thanks too. If you listen to a couple of my episodes or you're a recurring listener, I don't know, whatever the case may be, but if you've just been tuning in, if you have me in the back of your mind and we check in from time to time, I just want to say thank you. And that's, definitely this invitation is for you as well to be a part of this, to come interact with me online and just connect and let's talk, let's learn and grow together, you know. And I'll say this too. If you decide to join, take a moment to gauge for yourself if this is something that's for you. And if you feel like it's not, it's all cool. It's all good. But I'm putting this out there because I want this to be available for people who need it. And people that are in, they can stay in as long as they like. And I'll say this for you. Once you decide to join and you're kind of checking it out, feeling it out, you're welcome to stay as long as you like. And if you decide you want to just step back from this, I welcome that and I celebrate that. So we respect people's freedom here at the Inner Express. So wanted to make this particular episode really short and sweet, but I find myself like, oh, what else can I say? But I don't want to give too much away. But I will pour a lot of into. I'm going to pour my heart and soul into all of this to really give people the value to help people help themselves. That's what I'm all about. Because that's the best way to really make lasting change. Help people help themselves so that they too can do the same for other people. And when that starts to become when it starts to ripple, I mean, magic. And that's the word I would describe for the experience here at the Inner Express is just magical. Who knows may come up, right? So here it is, my friend, my invitation to you, this ticket to you. I invite you to come join for a bit, for however long you want. Introduce yourself, say hey. I'll definitely be on there and say what's up. And just looking forward to doing some cool things together to help uplift. So, if you made it this part, not a long episode, but quite a short one. Shorter than what I'm used to typically doing. Although I find it funny, I just have trouble trying to keep the episodes short. I'm like, okay, I gotta keep it at X amount of minutes. And then I go over by like so much. Your boy can talk for hours if just left to my own thing. But at some point I gotta cap it. But nevertheless, this is just some of the stuff that just want to talk to you about and let you kind of give you a sense of like where I'm at with all this. And when you join, you'll discover and learn more about what this truly is, and you'll get a good feeling for it. And I think that's ultimately what I want you to like, at least what to end the episode with. Because even as I'm speaking, I'm like, have I told my listeners everything that I need to tell them about this community? And yeah, it's enough for now. Think about when we go through uncharted territory and go into places that aren't familiar. There's, even when it comes to like purpose and progressing in life, we don't have to have it all figured out. I have some of the main important things, the main intentions behind this container figured out. But as far as the little details and how and what ends up happening and what unfolds, that's something that's just depends upon who joins in the container, So I at least want to acknowledge that and let you know that. So this will transform and morph as more people join and be a part of this community. And when you join as well, you add your own unique energy, and it matters. And I know you have something valuable to share. So at least wanted to bring that up. I think it's important. So it's going to be transformed. It's going to be evolving. And right now, in its rough stages. So that's why offering the free ticket here, you can be part of the the, the front runners, I guess, of the community. That's another special thing as well about this. If you're listening to this at this time, and if you join, you get to be like the OGs of the community if you choose to stick around for a long time. And I'm planning to do this for the long haul. So I'll leave it there, my friend. Leave it up to you. And I would love to see you on board. So this is your conductor, Alvin, signing out. And thank you for tuning in. Take care, my dear friend.